Adobe XD is one of the most comprehensive and reliable UX/UI design applications that's used to build a variety of prototypes. For the purpose of this tutorial, we will begin the design process for a travel application for the city of Charleston, South Carolina. The first thing we will do is open the Adobe XD application. Mine is down here in my toolbar. Here you can see a variety of preset sizes, so I will go ahead and select the iPhone 11 size and it will open up our document with the appropriate sized artboard already created. I'm going to go ahead and double click on the name so I can rename my artboard to keep myself organized. This artboard will be our sign-in page. Over to the left, you can see our toolbar. I'm going to click on our rectangle tool and drag and draw the rectangle to the size that I want. Once I have that done, and I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit longer, I'm going to move over to the right side of our screen where you can see the appearance panel. This is where you can change things like the color or thickness of the border. I'm going to go ahead and make our border a little bit thicker, so I will type in size 2 here. Once I have my rectangle the way that I want it, I'm going to go over to the left toolbox and select the type tool and go ahead and start typing. I'm going to type sign in and then make some changes to the way that it looks over in our appearance panel. I'm going to change the color to this nice peach color as well as make it a little bit bigger. I am also going to change the font from Helvetica to SF Pro Text Regular. I went ahead and started playing around with the design aspect of this sign-in page by adding a rounded rectangle from our toolbar on the left. Next, I'm going to draw a rectangle that spans the entire length of our sign-in screen. I'm going to go over to my desktop where I already have an image of Charleston saved and drag and drop that into that rectangle. This will automatically fit it. So as you can see, it's in front of the rest of our rectangles that we have already drawn. So I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Command-Shift and left bracket to send it to the back. The next thing I'm going to do is create a new artboard for our next home page. I'm going to go ahead and drag and draw my artboard. As you can see, I did not guess the width very well, so I'm going to go over to this transform panel and type in 375, which is the appropriate width for the iPhone 11. Just like I did with the sign-in page, I'm going to change the name of our artboard to home page. That way I can keep myself organized. You'll see in the later steps how important this is. Next, I'm going to paste in a design that I've already designed in XD. So here I just went ahead and repeated the steps of drawing new artboards and pasting in previous designs. Over to the left on the top, I'm going to slide over to the prototype panel. This is where we can start making all of our little rectangles into buttons that actually have actions. So I'm going to click on my sign in button and grab that blue marker and drag it to the page that I want it to open to when sign in is tapped on. I'm going to go ahead and repeat these steps for the rest of the buttons that I would like to make. So you can see that I grabbed the blue marker from Eat and pulled it over to the next page. I'm going to go ahead and grab my home button page and pull that back to the main home page. That way I can use that as a back arrow. The next thing I'm going to do is grab my contact button and its blue marker. I'm going to change the action type over in the right hand panel from transition to overlay, which you can see with this dash blue line. This is going to create a transparent background so the user can see the phone number pop up on the bottom of the screen instead of bringing them to an entirely new page. Once I've completed that, I'm going to go ahead and grab the home page and pull it back to our main page, and I'm being sure to make sure that I change that action type to transition. I'm going to select the entire screen, that way you can see all of these lines. This is called your wireframe. In order to test this out, you can go over to the play button in the top right corner, which will pull up a new window where you can test your buttons out in real life. Here I am clicking the buttons and pulling you through the app. This is what it would look like if it was pulled up on an iPhone 11 screen. You can scroll on this page, and if you select apps, you can see the menu with a working back arrow, and then we'll hit contact and you can see that name pop up on the bottom of the screen with that transparent background. Now that you have a good understanding of Adobe XD's toolbox and panels as well as the prototyping screen, you'll be able to create your own apps and websites for testing.